guys, it's me again, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to talk about how to reverse inner negative thought. We all have it. I mean, honestly, we all have it. As I say, everything on the universe comes in pair. That is, as positive as you are, you must have a negative side of you. In order to balance it, you have to be aware of it, which from the beginning of the episode, I mentioned it before. In order to evolve yourself, you have to first raise awareness. That is to say, if you do not have awareness, there's nothing else we can change it. Because where you are, you will believe there's nothing wrong with you. Therefore, there's nothing to evolve from. So, if you understand all the foundation of it, and then you start to become aware of there are negative thoughts come in and out your mind all the time, as positive as you want to be, or as positive as you try to evolve yourself to be, you couldn't have negative thought within yourself. What should you do? Understand, number one, that is completely normal. Why? Because everything on the universe is a vibration. When there's a high, there's a low. When there's a good, there's a bad. When you are thinking positive. And remember, I mentioned this a long time ago. No one can stay positive at all time. Why? Because it's violate universal rule. So if you understand everything I say so far, accept your good, accept your bad, accept the positive thought, you will also embrace the negative. So now I'm just simply want to suggest how you can reverse it. Is there a way of reverse it? Yes, you have to first understand both sides. You have to accept both sides. Now, when negative thought coming to you, you will simply understand it's a flow. Don't fight against it. It's part of me. I will accept this is who I am, which I will sum it up what other thing you can do. I mentioned a long time ago, like we're living in a world like full of criticism. That is, when we were young, our society or our parents were continuously or subconsciously or indirectly pointed out what part of us that need to be improved. Due to we grow up in such kind of environment, believe there's always room to be improved. It's very often we fall into a perception of I am not good enough, or I can't do this, or I hate this, or whatever that thought is. Soul is very good at criticize itself. That is, whether people are here at present or not, within ourselves, we're very good at pointing out what's a flaws within us. And we will identify, okay, this is a flaws in me and this is not good in me. Sometimes when we got environment to tell us otherwise, we may be able to believe, oh, there's a hope in my future or something like that. But very often when people are living in their dark memory or dark thought, they refuse to reach out. They refuse to talk to anybody else. They refuse to share with other people. Therefore, what it happened is, we all know when we put sugar inside a container, it will eventually ferment it and it will eventually become an alcohol. Does that make sense to you? So it's same thing as your thought. Without any communication outward or things like that, it would most likely ferment it, or it would, like a snowball effect, it would become bigger and bigger than it should be. That is, at the beginning, you may start thinking, I'm not good enough. Without communicating, without doing something about it, you will, I'm not good enough sentence may be, I'm the worst human being in the world, or I'm disaster, or etc. So, as I say, if you are not aware what you are doing to yourself, it's unlikely you can do anything about it. But if you come to this awareness, oh my God, I got a negative thought come to me again. What am I supposed to do? First, identify is your lesson. Most likely the thought that's in your head is your test. The test is how you can overcome it, how you can better yourself. What are you going to do about it? Most of people sit at home, cry themselves out, or self-pity themselves. I do that sometimes too. But more important is, after you cry out, after you do things like that, what are you going to do about it? It's very often I suggest people to create a habit for themselves. That is something that is passionate, something you love, something nothing to do with what society requires from you. But every time you do it, you simply calm yourself from a situation. If normal daily life you have something like this is the best time to do it. Really, it's the best time to do it. Then instead of allowing negative thought continuously hang on in your head, I also suggest people to set a deadline to it. Yeah, you can feel self-pity. Understand it's totally normal. Self-pity away. But set a deadline to it. I will corrupt myself until this day. Then I want to do something about it. Then I will become someone else. Remember, if you got a habit of always set a date for your misery, you will realize as that calm, something in your mind will shift slowly. You may or may not know what, but because you start to understand, I simply let the emotion flow within me, and then there's a deadline to it. I will not allow it to stay. It's like the water in the cup, right? You leave it for 10 days, it's still gonna be bad, no matter how good or how organic or how nature the water is. So same thing as your thought. You understand, I will simply let it flow through me instead of stick with me, because I don't want it to ferment it within myself and then corrupt every other positive thought that I generate for years or months or whatever. If you understand that, great. Then you can also quickly reverse it. Life is a struggle with ego. Yes and no. Yes and no. If you're aware your ego is in the way, then as I say, every evolution starts with awareness. If you're aware of it, that's already better start than everybody else, right? So what I'm really saying is, there's a quicker way of reverse it. Yes. Let's try the mirror method. What is the mirror method? That's a very often in previous episode I tell you, go find a mirror. If you understand, oh my God, I'm so bad, I'm the worst human being in the world, I'm not good enough, I'll never be good enough, or things like that. Go find a mirror and go look at yourself in the eyes and shout out loud and say, so and so. I usually suggest call your full name, because a lot of time people are in their mind, they lost themselves. Calling full name is kind of call yourself awakening and call yourself to awareness. So then you look at yourself in the mirror, call your name, full name, so and so, like me, for example, Ruowen Huang. If I have this miserable self saying I'm not good enough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly reverse it by staring at myself in the mirror and by saying, look, you are great. You can do this, or say out loud. I usually would suggest people to say in a tone or way or expression that even you can convince yourself. So as I said, this requires daily practice. If you can practice it when you're not so negative, trust me, when the negative time comes, you can quickly reverse it. And why do you have to do so? This method is way better than you stay within yourself and say, no, you're good enough. No, you're good enough. You're good enough. Trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. Most of people, I guarantee you, if you try it, you will realize it doesn't work at all. Why it doesn't work? Because you have living so many lives internally criticize yourself. Because you're so good at this muscle, while you are internally try to praise yourself, say something nice to yourself, you'll realize the negative thought will easily cover it. So the reason you have to go find a mirror, staring at yourself and shout out loud, yes, don't think in your mind, you have to say it. The reason you have to say it is because you not only use your visual to overcome or reverse what was told within your head, you will also use your voice, like speaking out loud, and also use your hearing to reverse it. So standing in front of a mirror is not one-on-one combat. It's pretty much using 3 versus 1. One is your head, the other one is using your visual, your vocal, and your hearing to reverse or overpower what is told within yourself. So anyway, I hope this would really quickly give you guys an idea how to reverse your negative thought. Seriously, we all have it. Understand, everything on the universe is a vibration. Up and down, up and down, up and down. When I feel up sometimes, I will feel low sometimes. Instead of stick and hang on to the low, let it pass, let it flow. The quickest way, you can talk to yourself right away. You will say it until you truly believe it. If you don't believe it, recruit the people around you who trust you and say that to you because you want to be convinced. So for me, it's like Tylenol. When you have a headache, you have a quick fix. But is that long-term fix? Not really. The best way to do is set a deadline for your misery. Set a deadline for your negative thought. You can have all the negative thought you want, but have a deadline to it. Once you have a deadline, what am I gonna do within this time? If normal time you have a habit or you have something you love to do that will bring out your passion, do so. Because what I would do is diverse your thought, change your thought to something else, do something productive. Productive us, not necessarily productive to the world, but productive us to nurture your passion. So for me, I like to do something that doesn't require my brain. I will find an art and then start doing that because I know when I'm doing it, I will distract myself and I will no longer think that, but instead I will focusing on doing something that my hands on. Does that make sense? So anyway, those are the habits. Those are what I think you can try. If you have better opinion or things like that, you can also give us some suggestions for other people to share. So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website at ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye.